experience a incredible change in perspective once you no longer have an income of any kind. You know, losing your job is one thing, and a lot of people are eligible for unemployment benefits and a lot are not. If you're not, the shock is immediate. But like in my case, I had 6 months to practice, what I call practice anyway, to get ready for the day there would be no income of any kind, which came 3 days ago. And the one thing I wanted to touch on is the incredible change in perspective. I woke up on Tuesday knowing my world was different. Even though I had been expecting it and practicing it and readying for it, which in the beginning, when I lost my job, I was convinced that I would have to employ all these techniques then because I didn't expect to be eligible for unemployment. But since I was, it gave me, you know, another 6 weeks to condition myself for that. And when the day finally comes, it's interesting how, I'm just going to give an example. For many, many, many years, really for all of my entire adult life, I have drank purified water, whether it was distilled or RO water. It's just a health practice I've always had. Well, there are dispensaries in different locations, supermarkets. Sometimes you can see these freestanding ones, you know, out in parking lots and whatnot. And if you shop around, on average, it's 25 cents a gallon, which is way, way cheaper than in any supermarket. But there are some supermarkets that have the less expensive dispensers. But anyway, at any rate, what I'm saying is, okay, 5 gallons would be $1.25. Well, there's a lot of dispensaries who, in order to get more customers, will give you 5 gallons for $1. Okay. Now, purified water is not at the point, economically speaking, for me. It's not at the point yet of being a luxury. Although I can foresee, things progress. I can see it becoming a luxury. Anyway, so I'm going to get water today. All of a sudden, not only does the $3 for 15 gallons seem like, it doesn't seem like a lot, it just seems significant, whereas before it didn't. Now here's what is significant. You know, if you stop, it depends on the place. I stop at Subway. Not necessarily to eat. I'm just saying to stop and get a refreshment, a Coke, or soft drink, whatever, tea, whatever. That refreshment is $2. It's $1.95 at current price. All of a sudden, that $2 that will buy 32 ounces in comparison with the purified water, I could buy 10 gallons for that same money. Those are the type things that you take for granted and never enters your mind when things are bountiful and plentiful. And when all of a sudden you lose your job, it changes from that perspective. But when you also lose your unemployment, and unemployment shouldn't go on forever. That is not how the good Lord wants us to live our lives. Now, if you can't work, that's different. But just because you don't have a job doesn't mean somebody should be giving you money. for forever. To get by, yes. For a temporary, yes. It's amazing the weight that carries, that I can buy 10 gallons of purified water for $2, or I can buy a 32-ounce soft drink for the same $2. Man, that'll blow your mind. I mean, when the gravity of that perspective sinks in, that's what poverty is all about. And I've been there before. I may very well be going there again. I hope not. I'm doing everything I can to change that. We're in a full-blown economic depression. Britain just yesterday voted to leave the EU, which my own personal opinion was that was the smartest, most responsible thing they could ever do, and they should have done it a long time ago. But it could be a trigger. We've already been in a depression. The left wing can lie and argue all they want. The fact of the matter is by tried and true metrics, we have been in a recession since 2007, the winter of 2007. Now, if you want to doctor up the numbers to try to increase the lifespan of the left wing BS, then believe those numbers. But anyway, we're in a full-blown depression, and this Britain's vote yesterday, gold has had the biggest jump I've seen in years. Maybe, maybe not. It could be the start of something, and not necessarily good. I mean, it's going to be bad at first and turn into something good, but things could really go downhill from here around the world. So we'll just have to, tighten the seatbelt, and that's the other thing that my preparations have been for is that as well. So anyway, incredible how life, you go along in life with these circumstances that tend to make you insensitive to reality. I mean, the soft drink seems wasteful now, incredibly wasteful. Anyway, that's what poverty is all about. When you fall into poverty, is really a changing perspective more than anything else. You don't live life the same way. At any rate, that's all for the moment, and we'll talk about more later.